Very go reach everybody body. People's Gazette is here reporting that CBN directs banks to send funds in dormant accounts, unclaimed balances to Apex banks. So if you have any money somewhere, dormant account, okay, CBN has said that all banks should send those money to them. So I think how long does it take for dormancy to happen? Is it 3 months or something like that? So if you have any of those ones, CBN is going to carry your money. Oh. The CBN hereby issues the revised guidelines on the management of dormant accounts, unclaimed balances, and other financial assets in banks and other financial institutions in Nigeria to banks and other financial institutions for implementation. If I tell you I understood what I just read, I'm lying. I don't know because there were so many the same words being repeated. This is equal to the conclusion of the review of the guidelines on the management of dormant accounts and other unclaimed funds by banks and other financial institutions in Nigeria, issued on October 2015. The revised guidelines, which operationalizes Section 72 of the Banks and Other Financial Institution Act 2020, followed engagement and consultation with relevant stakeholders whose comments and recommendations were considered in the review process. It, amongst others, standardizes the management of dormant accounts, unclaimed balances, and financial assets and outlines the procedure for the administration of these balances, funds, and assets by banks and other financial institutions in Nigeria. The modalities for the transfer of the relevant balances, funds, assets to the CBN, together with the revised templates for the rendition of quarterly returns to banking supervision department or other financial institution supervision department, as the case may be, will be communicated subsequently. The guidelines supersedes the guidelines. These guidelines, they say, supersedes the guidelines on the management of dormant accounts and other unclaimed funds by banks and other financial institutions in Nigeria, issued in October 2015 and takes effect immediately. Signed, John S. Onoja, Acting Director of Financial Policy and Regulation department. Very cool. By the time Tinubu is done with all of you, everybody go hear more. So now is the dormant account they're going to go after. People have been saying this thing, they go after dormant account, they're going to go after what's the other one? Domiciliary accounts, monies that people have in dollars, pounds, euro accounts like that and stuff like that. It's just, all over the place. So what now happens when CBN now gets it? So if I now come back to now say, okay, I'm going to revive my account. What now happens? Is CBN going to bring back that account? Are you going to go there and get it? Are you going to get all the money? Are you going to get part of the money? Are they going to use it? What's going to go on? These are questions, that are just running through once. Yeah, some people might say that, oh, okay, instead of leaving this money in the bank, just wasting, government might be able to use them and whatever. But is it government's money? Really? It's people's money. Yes, there are some people have died without letting anybody know they have bank accounts, and so they are there. Sometimes you just have an account that you've really forgotten about it. Now, when austerity measure enter your body, you can remember, say, I have this account that has gone, dormant. Sometimes you're saving money and then something happens. You've not paid into that particular account or something. Like someone said, this one said, so I save 1 million naira, maybe pay my children's school fees next year in a different account. As per dormancy rule, 3 months of no activities on account and CBN can chop my children's school fees and nothing will happen. He said it go full ground, I swear dead body go surplus, according to this GCFR Simon Oliver. Because there needs to be, when you say dormant, what does dormancy mean? Is it like this particular tweet said, is it like just 3 months of dormancy, then CBN can have the money? Or is it that when the account has done like 5 years and there's no activity on it, then CBN can have the money? Or whatever it is, there has to be. So on what? Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. Hey, Nigerians. You know, the thing is, for me, the thing about Tinubu's illegitimate government policies is that it's wiping and affecting everybody. People that hitherto thought it was none of their business, or oh, they are going to vote their tribal man. Oh, it doesn't matter whether he rigged the election or not. Oh no, they are doing their business. They don't care. Everybody is feeling it. Everybody is hearing it. Everybody is hearing well. The next thing now, they are going to go after, like a lot of people have said, the next thing they will start going after is domiciliary account. You know, if you have a domiciliary account, you just either convert it forcefully to naira and use the official price that they have, or whatever it is that they have, and say that, oh, you're not supposed to have any money in dollar or any of such things. These are some of the things, you know, that are going to go on. So some of the remarks that have come up, comments that people, this one say, Jesus Christ, so you can't even save your money again in Nigeria, given an account goes dormant after 3 months of no activity. Wow. Another person says, absolute rubbish. However, watch how banks will target the poor masses but ignore that of political looters. I weep for this nation. Another person says, I don't understand. Is that not stealing from the masses? What if they left the money there for a purpose? Then this particular person said, I expected this, and that's what they should have done since. Very soon to be that of domiciliary account, just like I just mentioned earlier. A lot of people have been saying this. I don't know why it's taking time. The country has to move forward. We can't have funds in dormant account when the country is building. We are in this together. So according to this person, he supports what the government is trying to do, which is to take this money back. What he hasn't realized, okay, the country is bleeding. What about the money that politicians are looting? What about the money that elected officials are taking away? What about the expenses, you know, that are going on? What about the monies that are being wasted? That's where the bleeding is coming from. You need to plug those holes before you begin to go after, you know, people's money. So someone else says, so if I deliberately left my money in my account and left it for 3 months without touching it, CBN will now claim my money as theirs. Is that the new trend of how to rob the masses, which they single-handedly made poor of their hard-earned money? Me that left my money in my bag for 3 months without touching it knows the reason why I did so. Why will CBN order the bank I left my money in to transfer it to them? For what reason? What's the reason? Do you want to steal my money? Me that left it there, do I look stupid to you guys? We have never had it this bad in this country. I think it's very important for that. You can't just say dormant, because dormancy with such this thing 3 months. I mean, you can have money somewhere, you just don't even want to touch it. You've not been able to add anything to it, but you just want it there. You're saving it there, and it will be more than 3 months without you putting in anything, so it goes dormant. Is that the kind of one that CBN is talking about, or is there a time limit or whatever? Does CBN even have the right, you know, to touch people's account? I expect some citizens will take this up legally, and let's see what the legal judiciary is going to say, although sadly judiciary happens to be in the pocket of the executive.